Alright, howdy there folks, it is I again, of course, Brandon Wenzel, your guide into all things martial arts cinema related. Sawadee. So, what am I reviewing today? Well, nothing right now. If I'm entirely honest, which I have no reason not to be. I'm in fact going to hopefully review a few things later today. At least a couple. We're going to try for a couple. But this is not actually a review. What is this then? What this is, so weird. My camera is like right there. It's so weird when I do it this way, because then I have to but I can't focus on myself. Anyway, what is this video then? What is this video? This video is a video that I am calling the explanation sensation. What is the explanation sensation? Well, sensation heard across the nation. That is the explanation. Hosted by Funimation. Built on a plantation. Something masturbation? I don't know. But it's quite simply, it's an explanation as to, my little absence, because of course, what happened to Since Zero Rock Marathon? What happened to Super Sequel Sundays, or Saturdays, depending on what works for me? Where did I go? Where was I? So, I don't really have to do this, because of course, I only have 3 subscribers, and only one of them I don't know in real life. Hi, Nate and Dan. I love you both. That's a lie, but I like you both very much. So, it's about as good as you get with me for the most part. So, and I appreciate all of you, plus Mystery Guy, whose handle I forgot. Appreciate your thing. And anybody else who maybe does follow but just doesn't subscribe. I don't know. So this is my little explanation for why I was gone. Because I care about my fan. Oh, anyway. So, yeah, this is me explaining, because I do feel a little bit bad that I kind of had to bail on some of my things. And I try to be at least somewhat semi-honest when I'm doing this whole thing with you folks, but it doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes life kicks you in the nuts. Or in this case, the gut. So, anyway, if you read my Facebook post, which I'm actually going to go into a little thing, because aside from being an explanation, I'm going to do a little kind of like headline thing, like, you know, updates, thoughts that I've had in my head about doing the show. So, you know, and I'm going to get into that in a second. But yes, as to the explanation part, to anybody who reads my Facebook thing, then you'll know that, you know, I had to go visit my mom. Well, didn't have to, you know, but I went to go visit her for her birthday. And so, of course, you know, I had to take a couple days off to go do that. And my intention was, when I got back, to really kind of, you know, knock it out of the park and to really get into some heavy-hitting reviewing. Why didn't that happen? 3 simple words. Taco Bell breakfast. 2 side notes, or 2 side words. Fuck you. Oh my god. And I'll explain. When I got back from visiting my mom for her birthday, the first day back, I went and hung out with a friend of mine, went and decided to go get some Taco Bell breakfast, because they have a breakfast menu, and I'm a long-standing fan of Taco Bell. You know, I know it's stupid food, and, you know, people well, you know, it's like, look, you know, it's fucking cheap, it's open late, you know, for a fucking, you know, $3, you can get 5, you know, beef and potato burritos. You know, that's better than fucking McDonald's, so, and I don't know, it tastes better to me anyway, but, we decided to try out their breakfast menu, and then, basically, fast forward to later that same day, I ended up having a lot of stomach problems. When I would stand up, I'd be fucking nauseous, And then finally, when I tried to sleep it off, because that's my go-to move whenever I'm feeling sick, it just would not let me sleep. I felt terrible. I only managed to get in about 2 hours of sleep. And then I basically had to go do awful, awful things to my toilet, as it were. And a very unfortunate wastebasket that happened to be nearby. That's really how bad it was. It was just both ends for like a solid half an hour. And if you know me in real life, you know, like, I'm not the type of... I do not get sick very often at all. It is... I am... And for particularly for food, and particularly to the point where I'm actually, you know, fucking upchucking, it is really... doing an update about me vomiting. But you know what? That's something that you are now a part of, and that is a fucking rarity. I am not shitting you when I say I have not thrown up since 7th grade. You know, at least not, you know, like maybe, you know, like I just coughed a little bit too much and maybe ended up with a little food in my mouth. But no, like this was flat out hardcore, just heaving god awfulness. I hope you're not eating, by the way, while you're watching. Maybe I'll put a disclaimer on the title or something like that. But it's actually, I don't think it's too bad. I don't know. I've never had a problem with that. Another thing, I don't have a problem with fucking talking about that stuff while I'm eating, but yeah, this just floored me. I felt fucking terrible. And even though I did feel better after I finally purged myself, and by the way, my friend got sick too. So this wasn't just oh, well, you know, you know, it could have been anything. No, this flat out was the fucking Taco Bell breakfast. So fuck them very much on that, by the way, because, you know, and I would definitely stay away from it. Just stay away from it. Now, you know, you might be saying, oh, well, Brandon, it's just Taco Bell by out where you live, and, you know, that's just people that, you know, this, that, and the fucking other thing. Or maybe they're fucking going over there and getting their meat from zombie cows or some shit. You know, that's my point. You know, I am giving you fair warning. So if you go over there and you get sick off the shit, do not fucking say that I didn't warn you, because I am legitimately trying to. Whether or not I will eventually venture back into Taco Bell's realm for lunchtime, late night options, what have you, that remains to be seen. I mean, I really feel like I'm coming out of this like a, you know, like a battered girlfriend, you know, in a bad fucking relationship. It's like, just, you know, I don't know if I want to go back. So, yeah, you know, after that first night, and then I was just drained for like the next few days. I felt better. I could get up and move around to a certain extent, but I did not feel good. And I didn't want to have to do a video and just be super, super lethargic. So that's pretty much that whole thing. That's why I was gone. So that's my explanation part of the video. Another thing, like I said, part of this is going to be for like a little brainstorming thing. And I don't think I'm going to even post this one to my Facebook page. This will be specifically on my YouTube channel. I've been kind of thinking about just like, sort of, you know, because I've been talking about formatting the show, like trying to find a way to, you know, and I'm doing little things. Obviously, you're seeing segments and stuff like that. And I have been trying to cut down on the time. That's like my eternal, I cannot train enough. There is not enough Eye of the Tiger, Princes of the fucking Universe. There's just not enough. I just seem to have serious problems cutting down the time. But, so that's kind of what part of this is about. The Facebook thing I want to bring up, I'm probably going to go over there. I haven't done it yet. I'm probably going to start like a separate Facebook page specifically for this whole thing, so that I'm not just bombarding. I'm still probably going to put it up on my Facebook page, but part of it's the exposure things. Part of it's so that I can have something that's dedicated to the show, so that I can treat this at least semi-professionally, because even though I'm, you know, not getting paid to do this or anything like that, yet, maybe. If any of you happen to know somebody who needs a half-assed fucking, you know, goofy-looking guy who can do, you know, silly kung fu, you know, martial arts film reviews, by all means, go ahead and pitch him my name. That'd be pretty kick-ass. I'd love to get out of my fucking gas station job. People are pieces of shit. That's all the hell I'm going to say on that. I'm very fucking bitter about something that happened last night while I was working. In any case. So, yeah, that's part of that whole thing, is like the Facebook thing. And if and when I get that up, and I'll post about it. The other thing is, and that's kind of another thing, is that I think what I'm going to do for some of these things is, because there's sort of a conflict when it comes to time, where part of what I'm doing with my reviews is the review. And of course, I have to do the synopsis and stuff like that, because I'm telling you about it. And then, of course, there's like the rambling, and which for me, by the way, like, I do want to explain that just real quick. The rambling and stuff like that, it's very much kind of how I am when I think about things, and I just really tend to go off on stuff. I'm going off on something right now. I didn't finish my last fucking thought. And so it's partially that, but it's also partially because, like, I'm not trying to do, like, just a straight up review, I mean, I don't personally watch reviews for review's sake. I just don't. I don't, no offense to you if you are another reviewer and you do great reviews. That's awesome. But I don't really, and I'm definitely not going to watch a video just for a straight review. I might as well just fucking read it. If I'm going to watch a review for something, I'm going to watch a review, it's entertaining to watch. And hopefully that's what I'm doing here. Because I'm trying to kind of do, like, sort of a mix between sort of like an Adam Carolla type thing, and then a little bit of sort of like nostalgia critic or like spoony type thing, and try to kind of find a happy medium, where I can do these. But at the same time, I don't want to just, keep doing super long videos that, aren't going to get a lot of views, because I do want people, to enjoy this. So, but at the same time, going back to my original thing, was that, another part of it is that I'm kind of doing a commentary at this, while I'm doing the review, because I'm bringing up fun facts and this, that, and the other thing, which I still really want to do, because to me, that's actually really important. That's part of why I enjoy this genre so much, is learning interesting tidbits about the actors, and just side characters and stuff like that. I really do enjoy that. But it is taking up kind of, that'll be an extra 15 minutes of my thing. So what I'm thinking right now is, and I think I'm going to kind of test pilot it on my my next review, which hopefully will be out sometime later today, is that I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the review, which will be pretty much specifically the review for the movie, not in any way, not like, I'm Brandon, I'm very serious, this is the review. Not like that, because I still want to be able to have fun with it, Even if I am doing this sort of for an audience, or an intended audience, I still want to be able to enjoy it. And, and I think that hopefully people will enjoy it, but at the same time, cutting it down isn't a bad thing. So, as I say this with this going almost 15 minutes now, but yeah, fuck it, it's the explanation. This is the explanation / updates, so come on now. The other thing, what I'm thinking is, I'll do that first, and that'll be the thing, and then almost like, kind of like special features on a DVD, I'll do like a small, kind of follow-up video that'll basically be me kind of going through like the interesting fun facts, and again, not, in just like, documentarian type of way, or just, reading down a sheet, but actually just kind of, hey, isn't this cool? Kind of thing, then that way I could, if you just want to watch a review, you can just watch the review. But if you're actually interested in learning about, maybe certain aspects of the film, or just my crazy, learning is probably a bit much to regard to what the hell I do. But, if just, to take away my take on things beyond, just the wacky review that I do, then, then that'll be like your side thing. And for me, like, I really enjoy that. But then that way I can separate it. And, if you're just going in for the review, then you can just watch a review. And, if you watch a review and you like the review, and you want to watch a special features thing, as it were, then you can do that. And that's probably where I'm going to put, like, interesting goon news, my little segment that I do. So that's kind of my plan on that. I might also go over there, because it was kind of cutting into time, I might actually go over there and debut the next film that I'm thinking about reviewing in that segment. And then that way, you guys will have a heads up for, the next film that I'm going to review. And it won't be, quite the Ninja Master mystery that I have it being right now. So that's my thought process on it. And I wanted to bring that up because to my 3 subscribers and to anybody else who happens to just get a kick out of this, because, and the thing is, I don't want to make it seem like I'm desperate. I'm hardcore desperate for reviews. As cool as it would be to, do something like this for a living, obviously I'm not at that point yet. I completely acknowledge that it's like, I don't have editing stuff yet or anything. I don't even have clips from the videos of the films that I do. So, I've still got a ways to go. I've got to work on that. But, at least in the, I don't even know what I call it, the pre-preliminary stages, I'm not even at the fucking mini boss here, folks, okay? I'm at the stage select screen still. Basically, I've effectively selected stage select, and I am now on the fucking loading screen, which if you're my age, you still remember loading screens. So think PS1 loading screen with the bar and everything. That's kind of where I am. But, I wouldn't, like I said, hopefully when I get this thing up and running a little bit better and get a little bit more of a personal format down, maybe I'll be able to do something with this. But that's it, going back. You see, I'm not lying to you. I prattle, my head fucking goes in 8 directions at once, and there's one guy to catch him. Okay? I call him fucking Sourful Sam. And Sourful Sam is just, his life is shit, because I'm like, catch all 8 of the fucking rabbits. And he's like, oh, dude, alright, it's gonna take a while. Sorry, Sorrowful Sam. Get your ass to work. Don't be fucking lazy. So, that's... But going back to the thing that I was talking about, with begging for viewers and stuff, that's not, I do want people to watch it, because hopefully they'll enjoy it. Beyond, my professional or semi-professional or whatever kind of aspirations I might personally have. I hopefully think that people will enjoy some of this. So, but that said, to my 3 subscribers, to anybody else who happens to watch this, I will say this. If you actually enjoy my show, which hopefully you do, hopefully I am not doing this for no fucking reason, because even though I do enjoy doing it, that would be a bit of a bitch. No two ways about that. But if you do enjoy it, please, by all means, like it. Like the videos. Let me, that gives me an indication that you like them. That's in fact why that icon is right there. Share them. If you think anybody else will get a fucking kick out of the shit that I do, by all means, share it on, your Facebook page, or, just show people in real life if you have real life friends. By all means, and don't feel inclined to, like I'm, trying to fucking, please, dear God, like I said, I'm not begging for viewers, but if you, it would be nice if you would. And the other thing is, obviously there's a comment section under the channels. Of course, anyone who's been on YouTube knows that. And so, by all means, please comment. And that one, it really is from you to me. and again, no, please don't, eat a dick or fucking cat videos. Captain Eat a Dick and fucking Cat Video Boy, Cat Video Lad, can fucking suck my nuts as far as I'm concerned. But if they have to make an appearance, fine, It's a fucked up imagery in my head. But to anybody who really does, let me the fuck know, like this whole thing that I'm talking about. Do you think these good ideas, bad ideas? Do you want the videos to be shorter? Because, I personally don't mind doing them for half an hour, something like that, as I'm indicating by the 20-minute thing on this. I enjoy doing them for like half an hour. That's about what I can rattle on for. I can probably go longer. But I'm thinking, half an hour, it's good range. But, do you want them to be shorter? Do you want them to be longer? Do you want me to break them up into segments, or do you prefer them how they are? Give me, anything that you guys can give me, would be great, because, like, right now, the show project thing that I'm doing, it's very much in a state of fluidity, I'm just prattling on as of right now, and I'm slowly building a format. So, again, any input you guys have, if you want to comment, by all means, please take the time to comment. Let me know what you like, what you don't like. It doesn't mean that, if you don't like something, I'll necessarily get rid of it, but I'll at least take it into consideration, it'll be good to know. So, yeah. That's, I guess that's pretty much my updates thing, I think. I don't think it's pretty much my updates thing. Well, the Cynthia Rothrock movie marathon. First of all, I think if I do another marathon, it'll be like a week-long thing, not a month-long thing. It is just, as much as I love Cynthia Rothrock, she is like a huge favorite of mine, and I love revisiting her films. That said, oh my god, that said, I definitely wanted, because I have tons of movies, and I have movies I haven't watched yet and stuff, and it was just like, I just kind of wanted to watch, here or there, and it was hard to fit in even just my own personal viewing when I'm just watching Cynthia Rothrock, as amazing and beautiful and spectacular and ass-kicking and just everything that she is. A month was probably a bit much on my end. But what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do with it? Well, hopefully, I'm gonna bring at least a couple more of her movies. I don't know. At least, hopefully, one today. I will actually. My next film, because it said, is going to be Above the Law, because this is probably my favorite Cynthia Rothrock film. And so I wanted so desperately to get this one in, but I was so ill, and I just could not get it in at the end of March. So, and I do have one other one specifically set up, and then probably what I'll do with the rest of them, because I do have other films of hers, probably what I'll do is I'll just kind of, I'll get to them, when I get to them, and if I'm still doing this a year from now, God, Buddha, Allah, Satan, Glork, I don't, whoever the fuck, or whatever the fuck you want to pray to, Zeus! The mighty Zeus. Let's pray to Zeus. Or Amaterasu. Fucking Shintoism. Let's go Shintoism with this shit. I'm sure there's so many other things, but whatever you want to go with. If I am still doing this a year from now, then, when her time kicks around, I'll hopefully have, one or two of them left that I haven't done yet, and I'll be like, ha ha ha! So that's my little thing on Cynthia Rothrock and all that stuff. So I'm going to try to keep this under 25 minutes. Oh my god, it's so done. So, because, I also might change the name of the show to I Review Kung Fu, but I don't know yet. That one's another thing. So, because you have to expect to die when you mess with the Wrath of Vajra, in the badass showdown for redemption. I'm Brandon Wenzel, and I review Kung Fu movies. Why? Because I know Kung Fu. Yeah!